The landscape of Mizoram isn't made for ball games. Most of the terrain is hard, hilly or sandy and lacks grass. But there is absolutely no lack of love for football in this tiny state of India's northeast region. At least 6 Mizo footballers have been called up to play for the Indian national team, while 54 Mizos played the I-League last year. And the laurels have been pouring in. In the last decade, Mizoram has won the Interstate Santosh Trophy and starred in the national games, while Aizawl FC, Mizoram's largest football club, won the I-League last season. Mizoram is a tiny, underdeveloped state with a population of just over 1 million. What explains its rich harvest of football talent? For one, Mizoram's emphasis on community. In the mid-1980s, the state saw an end to insurgency, the start of social peace, and the genesis of Aizawl FC. And thus was born a new generation of football enthusiasts. The seed of football craze is sown in the hinterland of the state. Every village or hamlet across its 8 districts has a football field of some sort, where the games get quite competitive. But without an effective domestic structure to organize official tournaments, how is a young Mizo hobby footballer to launch into the professional circuit? Enter the Mizoram Football Association. When Tetiah Mar took over as MFA secretary in 2010, he focused on building a proper professional league, improving the standards of coaching and refereeing, and established an 8-team Mizo Premier League in 2012. Again, most of the teams in the league are community-owned, nurturing a strong sense of affiliation among locals, and player salaries are paid by the people living in each area, either through well-to-do local patrons or good old door-to-door fundraising.
Most of the clubs are community-based.
Right.
For instance, Chanmari is a football club which is backed up by the Chanmari community. Chanmari is, it's a locality in Aizawl.
Right.
So it's the contribution of the people who runs the club. This is very unique. It doesn't happen very often in the other part of the state.
Yeah.
It's the community contributing for the salary of the players.
And the sport gives back to the community by fostering a population of healthy, disciplined youth free of vices.
There's a campaign also, football, if you are to become a footballer, you have to be free from alcohol, free from tobacco.
Yeah.
In fact, our activities in the playground, we call it a tobacco-free football.
Right.
So that even the spectators, we request them not to smoke, not to consume any tobacco in any form during the course of the match.
Standing tall as an example of working hard to fulfill a dream is JJ Lal Peklua, Mizoram's top footballer, who grew up training himself in a village called Natyal and now plays for Chennai FC, and has tasted success playing as forward in the I-League as well as for the Indian national side.
Time we don't have we don't have training facilities and good ground, good pitch and things. So I did a lot of things in myself.
Okay.
I have a little bit space near my house, so I used to go there and just playing or some shooting, pushing, everything I did there. When I was like 4 standard, I make a team. Some of the friends are like my brother's age, like my big brother age, so they all are playing in my team. Sometimes we play for cup, we just bought the glass and we used to play for that glass. And I put a lot of hard work in there, so I want to become a footballer and it's my dream.
His latest dream is to play at least one season abroad. In the meanwhile, he is determined to inspire and build the new crop of Mizo footballers. One of these is 21-year-old Isaac Vanmalsama, who has already played for the India Under-19 team, FC Pune, and got a call-up for the national team and helps organize football summer camps for youngsters in Natyal and neighbouring villages. Lal Peklua has also helped the Natyal Football Association secure funds to lay a new ground with artificial grass, the 8th such football ground in Mizoram, for which some villagers voluntarily gave some of their individual landholdings free of charge. The Mizoram government has also pitched in. It installed the state's first artificial turf in Aizaul's Lamoal Stadium in 2011. Since 2016, the Tata Trust has partnered with the government to provide grassroots level training to children. However, while the absence of significant corporate or financial support does hurt the flight path of Mizo football, as Tetia says, Mizo villagers and townspeople do not consider the game of football just as a leisure activity. They see it as a community bonding effort. If love is what makes the world go round, Mizo football has made this motto its goal.